First things first, Dana, I'm going to speak for every fan of UFC and MMA out there. You would know better than anybody. What is going on here with Conor McGregor?
Well, what's happened is we pulled Conor McGregor from UFC 200, and we're working on other fights right now. Conor did not want to come to Las Vegas and film the commercial or be a part of any of the marketing that we have. He's in Iceland training, and that's it's not possible. You know, this has only happened one other time in UFC history. It's when Nick Diaz didn't show up for the press conference with his fight with George St. Pierre, and I pulled Nick Diaz from the fight. You know, we've had other instances like this where guys didn't want to do the press conference. You have to do the press conference. So Conor put out that tweet. You know, is Conor McGregor retiring? Only he can answer that question. I don't know, but he's not fighting at UFC 200.
Can you give me some clarity on why he decided not to show up to do all this?
He didn't want to. You know, he is in Iceland training, and he felt that leaving right now would hurt his training and getting ready for this fight. But every other fighter on the card is coming, you know? And you know, I've said it many times. Believe me, I get accused of coddling Conor all the time. But at the end of the day, I respect Conor. Conor's a guy who has stepped up and taken fight on short notices and you know, literally saved the show at times. But it doesn't make you exempt for showing up for the press conference and all the pre-promotional stuff that we have to do. We spend a lot of money on this stuff, and you have to do it. It's mandatory.
Look, the buck stops with you. You're the UFC president. What is Conor's future with UFC after news like this?
Well, obviously, we still have, you know, as far as I'm concerned, we still have a good relationship with Conor. You know, I respect Conor as a fighter, and I like him as a person. It's just, you can't decide to not show up to these things. You have to do it. I mean, we were in constant communication back and forth between, you know, his manager and myself. And I said, listen, you guys I'm flying out of here today at 2 o'clock. You have till 2 o'clock we're booking the flight for you, and accept the fight and say that you're going to show up. Nate Diaz is flying into Las Vegas tonight with his team, and we're getting together with Nate and probably going to make another fight for Nate Diaz and add another fight to UFC 200 that we're working on right now.